Hello, brothers and sisters. We are told in the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 7, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul." First and foremost, I want to make this clear as can be. All our lives, we grew up being taught and believing that we have a soul, and when we die, our soul walks among the living and tries to communicate with them. I hear about it all the time. But we are told here that God forms man out of the dust of the ground and breathes into his nostrils the breath of life, and then man becomes a living soul. It doesn't say man gets a soul. It says we are one. So the dust of the ground plus the breath of life equals a living soul. What happens then when they are separated? We are told in the book of Genesis chapter 3 and verse 19, "In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return." We return to the very place where we were taken from, the dust of the ground. In other words, our souls can't be walking among the living because our souls cease to exist, at least until the resurrection. How could heaven be such a happy place if our loved ones could watch us struggle all the time, or knowing others down in hell are burning forever and ever? Friends, that is impossible. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verses 5 and 6 says, "For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun." They just simply don't know. They have no memory, no love, no hatred, no envy. The thoughts of them are gone. They aren't walking around your house trying to communicate with you. The book of Job, chapter 7, verses 9 and 10 says this, "As the cloud is consumed and vanisheth away, so he that goeth down to the grave shall come up no more. He shall return no more to his house, neither shall his place know him any more." Brothers and sisters, communicating with the dead, ghosts, ghouls, goblins, hauntings, it's all spiritualism. And Satan uses that to exploit your weaknesses. "But John, my grandmother walks around my house and speaks to me. I know because I can see her, I can smell her. I know it's her." Is it now? Or is it someone else that's speaking to you? We are told in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 13 through 15. "For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works." You have to remember, Satan and the rest of his fallen angels were once angels of light, too, and they can transform themselves into your loved ones and speak to you. I'm sorry, but your grandmother walking around your house speaking to you is none other than a demon who's going to drag you to the pits of burning fire if you do not watch yourself. Listen, the dead are dead, but one day the dead will be awoken, when the Lord himself shall say, "Awake, awake all ye that sleep in the dust." It's going to happen one day soon, and you shall see your loved ones once again. Prepare yourselves, for Jesus is coming soon. This is John Tinsley with Everlasting Rock Ministries, and always remember, the truth never fails, and God bless you.